I'm so sorry for the lateness of this references video, y'all. I needed to get back on track with the uploads that would happen after the episodes like this one. Enjoy!
Misty? Who's Misty?
Huh?
For those of you who got confused when the main five's memories of Misty were erased, here is the scene which actually shows Sophitos putting that spell on them. We have all five of them, plus Spike sleeping, and Pinky for some reason has Gummy with her, even though he's not on the trip.
Why do I feel deja vu about this?
Bluestreak was referencing the last episode of THS where she uses her illusion powers to break a spell Tenebrae cast on the main five. I would have used Deja Blue, but I think that was used somewhere else. The flowers surrounding Rainbow are dark roses, symbolizing death. The flowers surrounding Tenebrae are marigolds, which symbolize cruelty and grief. This picture is supposed to be mimicking this one. Violetta actually posted this comparison on her Twitter, though in my mind, I thought of that iconic scene from the opening of Lion King.
It said 1500 years. Didn't the time card in episode 2 say it was 10,000 years? That green derp tree has a lot of explaining to do to her fans.
This is pretty much calling myself out, because in episode 2 I said that the goddesses were captured 10,000 years ago. It wasn't until much later I decided that 1500 years ago would fit it better. The nurse appearances are actually Kanem versions of Lilac Lavender, my mother, Marzipan Studios and Scribble Productions, the people that voiced them. I also want to point out that this particular OST was recorded by an actual string quartet. It was for one of my final assessments at my uni in 2019, which I got to record. It is confirmed that Kanems are actually monotremes, and since I'm an Aussie, I am more than familiar with the only monotremes, echidnas and the platypus. If you're all wondering how Liako is still alive in that egg for 1500 years, she had laid in a frozen-like state until the right magic would allow her to hatch. King Sophitos didn't have this until he got enough power from the goddesses. Remember this scene from episode 2? Gotta love the callbacks to previous episodes. The Kanems featured in this picture from left to right are Candy Crew, Skylight Glow, Sour Patch King, Rantrip, and myself. In the corner it says, The End. That's supposed to be a reference to Benny and the Ink Machine, I believe. If you look closely, you can see a code here. Zoe was trying to do something clever with the numbers, and it says, Do you want me to save you or not? And lastly, for those of you wondering, where the hey is Tank? He had been sneaking like a ninja with Rainbow up until they came to the goddesses. Though you could also ask where they could be storing the tents too. Ooh, mystery. We have all five of them, Spike sleeping. Plus Spike sleeping. Blah. The flowers symbolizing Tenebrae. It's surrounding Tenebrae. Need to say it right. It was for one of my final assessments. Blah. If you're all wondering how Liako is still alive in that egg for 1500 years, she had laid in a frozen. Okay, Liako wasn't the one laying the egg, of course. Blah. Though you could also ask where they would. Where they could be storing the tents, blah blah.